All right, there will be blood. We got you, and I'll be damned. We got the co-host here.
Holy crap!
What in the
that is?
hell
Wait.
am I doing here with you?
Yeah,
guys?
I thought you only dusted that son of a bitch off when we weren't around. He's the replacement for us.
I thought we intentionally installed Vista on him so he would shut the hell up.
Wait a minute, say it again.
I thought we intentionally installed Vista. Shit. I thought we intentionally installed Vista into him so he'd shut the hell up and stop making so much noise.
Well, it's true he doesn't play well with others, but he downloaded this movie. He saw it, and I'm not going to have a whole separate interview just for his ass. So,
all right, Tin
That's
Can.
a shame, but yeah, I'll go with it.
okay, please honor us with your presence. Now,
Yeah, anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, you suck.
Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, they keep coming, huh?
Thanks for stealing.
You got a
my
lot of material there, huh?
See, you see
You've
what
been,
happened?
you've been keeping that in the data bank there for quite a while?
stop it. Stop it. So you see what happens? It's already started. Now we're going to have a civilized review here.
That's not criticism. That's just synthesized.
How about you
voice.
just shut up?
So,
Wow! Welcome to the Douche Olympics 2008.
so
Now
Oh
with
my
the
God,
winner
we got-
of last year's Douche Olympics, Carlyle.
So, Korey, how many comedians do we have on the show?
damn. See,
We are reviewing movies here, or what is this?
Yeah,
Night
okay.
at the Apollo?
Well, you know what? I'm glad we have him here because I know that I can't, and Cyrus probably can't think of any gay jokes to make. So that's why we rolled out our co-host 3000.
Not to mention
Oh,
the
thank
fact that
you.
you can't really tell the gay jokes today unless you're gay. So co-host 3000. Yeah.
oh, here it is.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Yeah,
So here
maybe, yeah, I don't have nothing for that, Korey, so...
Why are you looking at me? So,
I mean, come on. I can't believe he's not down serving as the disco ball at Rain tonight.
okay. All right. And
Nice.
Rain, and Rain is the local gay club. So, appropriately enough.
Wait.
Where is that?
How did you know what Rain was, Corey?
I walked
why
by
does he
one.
have
Korey,
vacuum
why did you
cleaner
invite me
attachment?
here again? What is this? I have two of Jerry's kids insulting me.
See, I'm so glad that you are here. Now, people, you finally have the question answered why him and I do this alone. So,
Exactly.
so,
So shut up about it.
so
You get to enjoy minutes and minutes of us trying to make points while gay jokes are inserted constantly.
exactly.
Oh, Korey, I'm enjoying the comedy. Oh, will this ever stop?
And we get to and we get to enjoy like a whole 5 minutes where we don't even talk about the movie. And appropriately enough, the movie that we're reviewing is There Will Be Blood.
Oh, there will be blood.
Yeah,
There will
and-
be oil or something.
Now, is this a horror movie? I didn't see it.
Okay, there are two things about this that are a lot like a horror movie. One, the title, which you could be completely forgiven for going into and thinking that this was a horror, because I thought it was. I was like, cool, Daniel Day-Lewis is in a horror movie. This is going to be badass.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no. In no way, other way is it like a horror movie, except, strangely enough, the score, which constantly comes out of you like some sort of surreal Friday the 13th soundtrack.
Okay.
Which is actually written
By the guitarist from Radiohead, I
Yeah.
believe.
What the guitars from Radiohead did?
Yeah, and it's really amazing, but it's so weird because there'll be whole stretches of this movie where nothing happens, but the soundtrack is like, sure, there's a killer hiding behind the bushes of the oil well.
I was waiting for Jack Nicholson to pop out with an axe and
Really?
go to town on somebody.
You know, this movie is not for everybody. I mean, I love the hell out of this movie. This is my favorite movie of the year. This was the movie that was the best thing that I saw
So
last year.
overall, anything
Overall,
you've seen,
it beat the hell out of everything. But I understand why it's not for everybody. I mean, the first 15 minutes of this movie have no dialogue at all.
really, first
Nobody
15
talks
minutes.
for 15 minutes.
Damn, what is-
Swear to God. But it's fascinating because you cannot take your eyes off of Daniel Day-Lewis. He is incredible in this movie.
Even when he's not talking,
Even when he's not talking, you cannot take your eyes off him. He is just this character he creates.
and you call me gay.
Is such no, not in that way. You're watching because he is such an evil, rotten, malicious douchebag of a guy.
Really?
Yeah, no, you are not supposed to like him at all. He is one of the guys who pilfered from this country early on during the oil days.
So you get this evilness from him before he's even talking.
The thing
Yeah.
about this film is this is an actor's achievement film, and it is for Daniel Day-Lewis. This is probably the high point of his career as an actor, and it's a shame that so much of this film is going to turn so many people off, and it will, Because long periods, like I said, nothing is goddamn happening in this movie at all. It's a bunch of rednecks hanging out in a town in the middle of nowhere being built around oil, and you're just waiting for Daniel Day-Lewis to do something else crazy or fun. But when he does, it keeps you going through that 20 minutes or so when nothing's happening.
Okay, so real quick, we got Daniel Day-Lewis, first 15 minutes of the movie, walking around with his evil-ass mustache. Evil man. What is this movie about?
This movie is about a guy who is an oil prospector at the turn of the century, discovers oil, begins to make his fortune, and then sets off to make his true fortune by buying up oil wherever there's oil, buying up the land, and creating oil wells and building whole towns and creating a whole oil empire. And it's about what happens when he comes to this small town that there is oil underneath, and you watch as he builds up the oil infrastructure and grows the town, and you watch as he gets greedy and members of the town get greedy, and they start playing off one another.
So where does the preacher kid come in? There's this weird-looking kid.
The preacher kid is the brother of the guy that shows up and says, hey, I found oil in my town.
Theoretically, there's a lot of arguments that this guy, who's even more nefarious and evil than Daniel Day-Lewis, this wannabe preacher kid, is posing as his own twin brother. Anyway, it's very complicated.
Yes,
you
you never see them. You never see them in the same room.
Wait, but say what's that?
You never see them in the same room. So yeah, it made me scratch my robot head for a while, trying to figure out
itches?
Is there something that I missed? This guy has a brother, or is he trying to play the role like, hey, I'm a lot crazier than you are?
Well, what happens here is that the preacher kid knows that there's oil. And so he's trying to game the oil man through various manipulations and using the people. This kid wants to be the spiritual center of this town. He wants to be the head preacher. He wants to become the town elder, essentially. And he's using this oil man to cement his power base. And you see these conflicts between the oil man and the preacher as they're trying to game each other to gain power in the town and generally control the oil, thus be the richest and most powerful man in town.
This movie could have been Texas to the beginnings, because it's giant crazy rich oil man who's evil and giant crazy wannabe rich so-called religious guy who's evil, and it's like Texas.
Well, that is Texas.
It's fascinating. It is something. Now, granted, if the idea of 15 minutes of dialogue scares the hell out of you, you do not need to see this movie, because you're going to walk out going, why didn't they show that at IMAX and call it Oil, the IMAX experience?
The idea of 15 minutes of no dialogue, you mean?
Oh, isn't that what I said? Okay.
No, you said 15 minutes.
Yeah. If the idea of 15 minutes of dialogue scares you, then don't see a Quentin Tarantino movie, especially Death Proof.
Please don't.
No. But
no, it's Daniel Day-Lewis and Paul Dano. And Paul Dano is the preacher kid, and I heard that they were both incredible in the movie.
They are. I mean, this is an actor's movie. The only reason the lack of dialogue works is because these characters are so rich, well-defined, and fascinating to watch. You literally cannot take your eyes off them because they're just so goddamn interesting.
Well,